Hey friends, this is Mercedes, also known as That Mom and That Mom Wellness Coach, and welcome back to my channel for another very short video. This is a brief kind of overview on how to make gnocchi. We make gnocchi in my house a few times a year, and we are coming up on to making gnocchi again here very soon. As soon as the Swiss chard in my garden is ready, we're going to make some gnocchi. And add the Swiss chard and everything, so that's great. But the base gnocchi recipe is 4 large potatoes, 1 egg, 1.5 cups flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, plus any more that you'd like to add, sprinkle in pizzazz. This recipe that I'm letting you know also has black pepper and ricotta cheese, but I did not add any type of cheese into my gnocchi. You can totally do that. Maybe in the future, the next time I make gnocchi, I will do that just to kind of show. This recipe is from the Food Network and everything, so it's like the basic of basics recipe that I can find. You can also do this vegan and not add the egg in there, just add aquafaba instead. But what you do essentially is you boil the potatoes, boil them until they are nice and soft. Like, the potatoes are so soft when you're done boiling them that you can pinch the potatoes and they will crush. They need to be super soft because you need to make it just super soft and pillowy. Speaking from personal experience, if you have the skins, if like any skins or any lumps left over, it will not make these perfect little pillows that you see me doing here with the fork. You also want to boil them without the skins on it, unless you are going to take that extra time. I like boiling them with the skins on, and then I just use a spoon to get the skins off of the potatoes once they are done being boiled. I find that that's the easiest way for me, but you can totally peel your potatoes and then boil them, so it's just up to you. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take the batter, you're going to add the eggs, the flour. You're going to add the eggs, the flour, and you're kind of make that nice batter. I only add about a cup of the flour first, and then add a little bit more as needed, because then you're also going to need some of that flour to sprinkle on your cabinet, or not cabinet, on your counter, so that when you make it into your ball, they can rest a little bit in a ball form while you are like cutting half of the dough and making it into like a Play-Doh snake. That is the best way I can describe that, is you roll them into a Play-Doh snake. You want to make them about probably as thick as your thumb, maybe about as thick as your pointer finger, depending on how thick your fingers are. Mine, I definitely made it the size of my thumb. And then, as you could see earlier in the video, I used the fork, so I made about a 6-inch like snake, and I cut that 6-inch snake into at least 4 pieces. And then, yeah, you see that I did the fork, and then you just throw them into boiling water, and when they float to the surface, that means they are done. It's a very quick and easy process. It takes maybe an hour or two, start to finish, to do the potatoes, to do the gnocchi and everything. If you mash the potatoes while they're still warm, it definitely goes a little faster, but you could totally do your potatoes the night before, and then do the gnocchiing process the next day. Oh, and pro tip, when you're boiling the gnocchi, only put like maybe 6, maybe 8 in there at once, because if you add too many together while they're boiling, they will boil into a glob of gnocchi, and you really don't want a glob of gnocchi. So the less the best, and yeah, make sure just to let them boil until they float. So yeah. You can do pan frying with a little bit of butter, a little bit of olive oil. For this one in particular, I did pan fry with some butter. I knew I wanted to make a copycat of the gnocchi soup from Olive Garden, so I had searched up the recipe and everything, and I had kale that week because I was making kale chips, and I had other assignments with kale. So I made a copycat Olive Garden soup with the kale and the gnocchi, and it came out delicious. I definitely want to make the gnocchi again. Like I said, I have Swiss chard growing in the garden right now, and I also have kale growing in the garden right now. So the next time I make gnocchi, maybe I will do it with the ricotta cheese and add in the Swiss chard into the sauce, and that sounds like it would be amazing. So I will definitely film that when we do that, and I will definitely let you guys know how it came out. To freeze gnocchi, you totally can. You can freeze them after you boil them and everything. Just go ahead and dry them off, put them a single row onto like a baking pan with parchment or your silicone mat, and you just don't make them touch to freeze, but definitely put one layer of them on the pan and freeze them for a good couple hours to overnight, and then put them in a bag. Put them in one of your stashers, put them in a store bag, whatever, not store bag, a Ziploc bag, whatever you have, and then I think they are good in the freezer up to 6 months. But yeah, definitely this is one of the easiest recipes that we make in my house. I have made it vegan, I have made it non-vegan. Like I mentioned earlier, if you want to make it vegan, just do it with the aquafaba instead of the egg, because you need the binder. And yeah, it is very, very good. The Food Network recipe that I use also recommended doing a bacon and sour cream sauce, warm marinara, or a pesto sauce. So that would be delicious. But like I said, next time I do this, I'm going to do it with the Swiss chard and the kale that's growing in the garden. So I hope you guys liked this another short video. I didn't take any videos of the finished product, but I will have some pictures of the finished product here coming up. So yeah, enjoy. Thank you guys for joining me for this very short video. We'll see you in the next video. Let me know in the comments below, do you like gnocchi? Have you had it before? If so, what is your favorite way to have it? Is it the Olive Garden soup that I talk about that I made the dupe of, or is it something completely different? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay hydrated, stay fed. We'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.